Have you ever wondered why Africa is splitting apart? It's a question that's been puzzling scientists for years, and today, we're going to dive into the geological reasons behind this enigmatic phenomenon. Africa, the second largest continent on Earth, is quite literally tearing itself apart. But why? The answer lies deep beneath the Earth's surface in the restless movements of the tectonic plates. Our planet's surface is covered by these large slabs of rock, floating on the semi-fluid layer of the mantle below. When these plates move, they shape the world as we know it, creating mountains, oceans, and even continents. Africa is located on the African plate, one of the major tectonic plates that make up the Earth's crust. But something unusual is happening here. The African plate is splitting in two. This split, known as the East African Rift, is a narrow zone where the African plate is in the process of dividing into two new tectonic plates, the Somali plate and the Nubian plate. This isn't a sudden, dramatic event. It's a process that's been going on for millions of years, and it's all down to the slow, persistent power of plate tectonics. So, what's causing this split? Underneath the East African Rift, there's a massive upwelling of magma. This magma pushes up against the crust, causing it to crack and split. As the magma cools and solidifies, it creates new crust, pushing the old crust apart and causing the rift to widen. While this process might sound destructive, it's actually a fundamental part of how our planet changes and evolves over time. In fact, it's the same process that created the Atlantic Ocean millions of years ago. And in the future, Africa's split is set to continue. Scientists predict that in about 10 million years, a new ocean will form as the East African Rift continues to widen, eventually splitting the continent in two. But don't worry, this isn't something that's going to happen overnight. The process of continental rifting is incredibly slow, taking place over millions of years. For now, Africa remains one continent, but it's a continent that's slowly changing, shaped by the powerful forces deep within the Earth. To summarize, Africa is splitting apart due to the movements of tectonic plates, specifically, the African plate. A magma upwelling underneath the East African Rift is causing the plate to crack and split, leading to the formation of the Somali and Nubian plates. Over time, this split is expected to continue, potentially leading to the creation of a new ocean and the division of Africa into two separate continents. The world around us is constantly changing, shaped by the powerful, unseen forces beneath our feet. And while we may not notice these changes in our day-to-day lives, they're a crucial part of the story of our planet. From the splitting of Africa to the creation of new oceans, the movements of the tectonic plates continue to shape the world as we know it, turning the mysteries of our planet into the realities of tomorrow.